Hi, my name is Natalia and I'm coming to you from Denmark, and this is my knitting podcast. Today I find out that I actually didn't record it 3 weeks, even that I was thinking that it's just 2 weeks. But I think that it's maybe two and little, and YouTube is counting this like a three. But I started to look how much finished objects they have and work in progress and all other things, and I decided that today I will probably talk just about my finished object, because I finish a lot of my work in progress and there is a lot finished objects, so I think if I will put all together that will be too much. So maybe I will make a two parts, or maybe this week I will talk just about finished object. So I want to start with what I'm wearing right now, and this is Venice top by Sari Nordlund. I was test knitting this. I will try to make a link to my project page, but if you are not able to work with Ravelry right now, you can always find my pictures on Instagram. There's almost all my finished objects and work in progress. I will always posting some pictures there. That's not that warm now in Denmark, so I cannot make a proper pictures outside of this top. And even now I put some t-shirt under just to feel more comfortable. Yeah, Danish summer. But if I'm catching right, I have 7 finished objects right now. So I want to start with something what I had before, and then go to something what wasn't even cast on when I podcast last time. One pair of socks what I was talking about last time when I was podcasting, I don't have them anymore because there was a present for my friend and I already gifted that, so I will try to put the picture of this. It was top socks, what I think that I will release like a pattern. It's really simple. It's have just one cute detail. It's have bow from mohair knitted on the back, but other of this is just top socks with fold cuff. But I think that it's really classy and simple and really nice. I make that pair from Averata Classic. I don't remember number exactly. They have quite nice selection of yarn and colors, and it was some like pinky peachy color. Yeah, I will try to put the numbers because they don't have color names. I will try to put numbers in my show notes. I don't know how that will work out, because before I just was linking my Ravelry page and I just was putting everything there. But if I will don't put this in show notes and you're interested in this, feel free to put the comments or message me on Instagram or here. Yeah, I will try to put all places where you can find me in show notes, and then you can choose which suits you better. Yeah, so that socks I don't have with me anymore, but I show pictures. They was received and I hope that will be loved. Next, socks what I had on the needle last time. I finished them to the end of June. That was Dolores Socks by Sari Nordlund. I again will try to put pictures of them on the screen. I really like how they turn on. It was my preferred way how to knit the socks from toe up with the Shoro heel, and I knit this in really nice yarn. It's some tweedy sock yarn. As again, I will put the name in show notes because I don't remember, but basically Sari Nordlund, she have now summer collection of 4 pairs of socks. So 3 first pair, it's they have one main color, and then for pair number 4 we're supposed to combine all 3 leftovers from first 3 pairs. So I choose 3 different shades of this tweedy yarn. One was light blue, this one is dark, and then I have one gray for the next pair. I will try to cast on them this week. They look really nice. So yeah, I'm really happy how they turn out. They fit really nice and I really like them. I actually make 2 pairs of these socks. Yes, but one I showed previously. So that is my second finished object. My third finished object is socks for my son. That was made from Regia Perfect. So you have one ball of sock yarn, and then from following the instruction you get in 2 identical socks. These socks I was making on magic loop, and I was making them on my morning walks. I found out that it's really nice routine for my. I was delivering my son to kindergarten and then had around an hour in the park. We have a really nice park near a place where we live. So I was just going and knitting. I don't need to watch my knitting, like for example something simple like that. So that's easy for me. That socks I was made first, and I was just putting markers for myself to see how much progress I made. So yeah, that was like one day. Another day when I went even through the hill. Then next time, this marker, it wasn't the day marker, that was marker what showed me where I start toe decreasing. Because the pattern call you to make toe decrease, but it's already good for you. So sometimes it's just beginning of this green yarn, or sometimes you're going further in this if your leg is longer. This one, it's a kid size. It's like Regia Perfect for kids, and it's for my son. I make already 1 pair, and this is second, and I have 1 more color, but I don't know if I will start them right now. I want to maybe wait a little until autumn, then when he will start to wear them and look if they fits him right. He tried this on the leg, it's look nice, but I want him to go a day or 2 in that and then find out if it fits actually nice or it's just nice how it is. Yeah, so that was first day. So actually make this 1, 2, 3, 4 walks maybe. Yeah, and then second wasn't so fast because one day made just like, I don't know, 5 row of progress, but that's also okay. It's completely okay. So that's what? 1, 2, third finished objects, and I have around like this, that amount yarn left after that socks. Yep. This is yellow parts, what's instruction call it to cut off. And the green parts, it's basically that what can be used for toes if you need the biggest size. Last pair what I finished was blue, so I actually put blue colors in the blanket what I'm making now for my son, and yellow I believe I put in my cozy memory blanket, because this yellow yarn in the middle in the kids pair, and that wasn't like that in the adult one, but it have some speckles. I believe that it's just from yarn because it's green one, but I put last ending of the sock of this yarn in my cozy memory blanket, then but it's looking nice. So that's leftovers what I should find out where to put. I was thinking maybe this green I can save for some toes or heels or cuffs for some another socks for my son, because he grew up from socks what he had previously, and I should make some more socks for this year. He's starting school in this year. I don't know if it's actually called school because it's like class 0, maybe it's preschool. He started this year, and I believe that he will need more warm socks for being outside. So yeah, project number 3. Then we are going to, no, I have one more thing what was cast on last time but wasn't finished. That was one more test knit. The pattern is called Normat T, and I believe that it will be released to the end of this month, because the end of test knit is 20th, I believe. So yeah, this is really nice tee. It's made in really nice construction. It's made sideways, so you start from one sleeve, then going through all body, and then going to another sleeve, and then after this you just pick up in for the ribbon in the bottom and pick up in to make the I-cord cast off near the collar. Yeah, that was really nice. First I wasn't sure if the collars will go together. Like here, I don't know how good you can see. This main collar, it actually was sweeter before, what I don't really liked. That was lace pattern all over, and I wasn't really wearing this, so that was just stored in the cabinet, and I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago I ripped it off because I wasn't using that, and the yarn was just laying on my shelf. I was starting another sweater with this, don't like this again, and then it worked out in this t-shirt what I'm really happy. I use almost all, because that sweater was made like in a lace pattern, so it wasn't using that much yarn, but this one is just stockinette, and the pattern is have some positive ease, and I believe that maybe I make this too much oversized for myself, but I really like it. So this was a main color. The contrasting colors, this light blue I was using for sweater for myself before, but I was holding that together with darker mohair yarn, and it was looking differently. And this, I don't know how to call this, it's light color with green and pink speckles. I used that before for ballerina socks, and I used for that pattern just 50 gram of yarn. I will try to put pictures of that socks here. That wasn't the shorty socks, but I used just 50 gram. So I have 50 gram back, and I decided that's enough for contrasting, and it was enough. I even have some small amount left. So yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out. It's have mosaic color work. I worked mosaic color work before, but it was in a shawl, and not in a garment, but I really like. I think it's easier as stranded color work, and you still have this nice pattern. So yeah, it's really nice. I will put some pictures of me wearing this tee. The weather wasn't the best, but we try our best and make some pictures of this. Yeah, I really like. Yeah, I see I have some color themes between greens and blue right now, but I always like that color, so that's not surprise for me. Yeah, so Normandy by Unbind Knitwear. Yeah, I will try to put links, and you always can find on Instagram more pictures and links for designer and the pattern. Yeah, next finished object wasn't cast on last time, but that was on my list of make 9 for this year, and I had prepared yarn for this, but just don't know, always was doing something else. But as soon as I cast on this shawl, I just was working almost just on that, and I think I done this in 4 or 5 days. I think 5, but I make another things during that time also, and I want to put this like entry for Birthstone Call by Aquila Lefty Knitter. Yeah, so this is a doodler shawl by Stephen Best. I don't know how good you can see it. I will also try to put some pictures. Yeah, even I don't make this in this stage, but I will try to make some pictures while I'm editing the video. First I wasn't sure if the color is coming together. I don't know how good it's coming on the camera, but they all have like taily tones to them, like bluishly, greenishly. Yeah, but in the end, when with all borders and all and other things, I think they actually came together. I don't wove any of the ends, and there's like hundreds of them. Okay, there's not hundreds, but actually each of this line here, in contrasting how it have 2 ends, because you started and finished this, so in the back it's look even worse. And then on the edge it have the skeletons, and it also have ends. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to weaving all these ends, but I really like to weave all ends before I wash and block it, because I think it's helps to hold them in, so I probably should do that. But yeah, that was really fun project. I was can put this down. I cast on one day. You start with this section where you working with color A and B. I make one mistake. First, I don't read patterns through, and was thinking that that color what you make this, I don't know, breed with, that's a color B, but that's a color A. So I start with that, and then find out that it's not actually that what I want to do, so I rip it off and start again. So I actually make some progress. First day I make some part of, I don't know, this first part of the project. Then next day I finished all the first part, and So it's 2 days. Day number 3, I make all this braid, so it's 3 days. And I pick up for for this last part. Then I was working 1 day on this part. I don't finish that, so it's 4th day, and the 5th day, I finished the last part of this part number 3, this like bluishly teal color, and started working on finishing the edge, because it has some garter stitch and then I-cord, and then they have the skeletons. So yeah, that was quite long in the end, but I just was pushing through. So I think I made this in around 5, maybe a little more than 5, but I wasn't working just on this, and I really like the finished object. I just need now to glue all the end, wash, and find out how to wear this, because it's not really, I don't think that's really easy shape to put on. I know that that will stretch more when I wash this, and I need this on 3.5 size needles, but I like big shawls, and this one isn't that big. I think that can be wear something like that, but I don't know how that will hold. Yeah, I will try. Maybe I will get some pin to hold this, because here in Denmark it's quite windy and I'm bicycling a lot, so I don't think that will hold if there will be wind blowing and I will be bicycling. So I need something to hold this, but other of this, I really like this. Yeah, now I'm thinking maybe there is some more Stephen West shows that I want to cast. I really like his shows. I have Vertices United, then I have Exploration Station, and I have, forgot the name, it's all over brioche show. Asked, yeah, I draw Asked me. Yeah. My next finished objects, it's a socks, what is part of call for Free Socks 2020. This is a call when you're supposed to make 12 pair of free pattern socks. Every month there is new pattern, and normally I'm looking at these patterns, and if I like the socks, then I'm knitting them, and if not that much, that I'm not pushing myself. And actually just, I believe it's my 2nd month when I'm knitting this. 1 month it was in April, colorwork socks, and this is just short socks with some nice pattern. I don't know how good you can see this, but I will try to put some pictures on the screen. As I was mentioned before, I had some socks that weighed like the 50 gram, and it was full size socks, and this one is just shortest, but 50 gram of yarn wasn't enough for them. I will put the picture on the screen. I lose the yarn chicken with them. I make 1 full socks, then I cast another on, and that was looking strange for me, because that was looking like too small yarn, and I wait, and I knew at that moment that that will not be enough for 2nd sock. So actually, first time when I finished this, 1 sock was finished and another one missing 5 rows and then toe. So what I make, I rip the Kitchener stitch, connect the yarn from the toe, and start the knitting to the end of pattern. Then I rip the toe completely, put 2 socks on the magic loop, and the yarn was connected already, and I make as much on main color yarn as I can, and then I connect this gray color. Don't know how good you see, but it's coming together really nicely. The yarn feels differently because it's different brand of yarn, but yeah, that was okay. To lose yarn chicken, that's not the fun, but I make it work, so I'm happy with that. But I'm really surprised that 50-gram yarn wasn't enough for the socks. Normally it's enough for me for quite big socks, so I actually don't know why, but I like how they turn out, and I think that's really cool call about free socks, because then you can just grab some yarn from your stash or buy and don't pay for the pattern and use something what's already was made, and if you like them, that's just great. And I don't have any problems with the pattern. It has some cool bubbles and shaped pattern here, and then it just like, it's kind of like broken grip. It's not exactly, but something like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with the socks. And this is finished object number 6. And then I have the last one. That one is really not something what I do every time, but I need a toy. Yeah, I think that's really strange. I never was thinking that I will make knitted toys, because don't know, I like the practical aspect of the knitting, that you can use that what you are making, but don't know, I'm not that sure about some decoration of knitting or something like that. But yeah, my son really like dinosaurs, and I saw this pattern a long time ago. It's called T-Slow Dinosaur Rex, T-Rex, T-Rex Slow it's called. Yeah, I will try to put links. I don't know if I can recommend the pattern. For my style, that was hard to read it, because the pattern is it's written first time in Danish, and then it's translated to the English, and there are some mistakes in the pattern. It's not mistakes, it's translated wrong, or some words are just translated directly. Yeah, but they don't make sense if you don't know what meaning of that words was before. So, and the pattern made in that way, when it's telling you that you should decrease, I don't know, like let's say you should decrease 5 times doing these rows, but then next line will then tell at the same time do, I don't know, increase in another rows. If you don't read that, then you will rip off later. But other of this, the pattern is really nice. The finished object is also really nice. My son really like it. I will try to insert some pictures. I used some yarn from my stash. It's a yarn, I believe, for machine knitting, because it's really thin. Basically for this pattern I hold 8 strands together. So 8? Yeah, I think 4 of this, it had like mild effect, 4 of lighter yarn and 4 of darker yarn, and I tried to put this for stranded color work, stranded dye work. She have now a call for marlet knitted object knitting, so I will try to put this like entry for this. But yeah, I really like how it looks. That was fun knit, maybe a little hard to find out, but I read through, in the end I just read through, make notes for myself what I don't understand, or I make some slight modification, because when they was wanted to start, it wasn't a provisional cast on, it was just cast on, and then you should sew this together. But I decided that it's better to make provisional and then just mattress stitch or kitchen stitch, and remember, make this invisible, And same like in the end, it's don't telling you to Kitchener stitch this, it's just tell this cast off and then sew, but I don't know why to make this harder for myself. I just made the Kitchener stitch. I don't know how good you can see this, but I think it's more stretchy and better for the toy because it have less lines on that. Yeah, so that's basically all my finished objects. I feel now like I'm on the fire and I'm trying to work through all my work in progress and through all my that what I want to do, because yeah, we need to move next month and I'm starting new education from autumn, so I feel like I will don't have that much time as I had before, so I try to make all what I can now. Yeah, basically that's all for now. I think that this take already a long time, so I will maybe or make another part with my work in progress, or maybe just will record in a week with that what I will have. Yeah, I think that's better if I will just record in a week and show what I have at this time. Yeah, it's all for now. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, you always can feel free to like and subscribe. And if there are some questions to, I don't know, what yarn do I use, needles or pattern, maybe I don't link, something like that, you can always write me here on Instagram, and yeah, I will try to respond as fast as possible. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Hi.